My name is Marcie England.
My name is Dimitri Hronis. 3 words to describe Marcie: confident, beautiful, and faithful.
Funny, humorous, and comical. His humor is out of this world. We bought a new house. So exciting. DT has actually been looking for homes for quite a while. I thought it was kind of weird that he was buying me a huge home for just the 2 of us.
Fill it up with kids one day. That's the main goal.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll definitely fill it up with a family someday. It's still really new for us and we're really excited. We'll be moving just a couple months before the wedding. That's no stress or anything. Just like any other girl, we always look for the Prince Charming on a white horse, and I never had any luck with that. And I had gotten to a point in my life where I had decided I was done dating, and I went out to my girlfriend's house and I was talking to him about how fed up I was. And Vanessa, being my spiritual counselor, asked me, she goes, "Well, are you praying for your future husband?" Vanessa, of course, I'm praying for my future husband. Are you truly praying for the person that God wants you to be with? And so she's like, you need to pray for someone specific. Matter of fact, you need to make a list. So we pull out a piece of paper and we're making this list. You know, I want him to be loving. If I want him to be romantic, I would love for him to be, you know, funny. And she said, "Marcie, I'm pretty sure you've described half the male population." And I was like, okay, I can do this. On my list, I want a farmer, but I want him in the San Joaquin Valley. More than that, I want him to be a generational farmer.
Well, I'm 3rd generation farmer. We farm out in Delano, California, and table grapes and citrus.
And I want him to have a neat last name. That way we could name our children like Spanish names or, you know, Italian, French names.
Family came from Greece, so I'm a Greek.
Vanessa and Amber are kind of getting a little overwhelmed with this detailed list that I'm making, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even finished yet. And then on top of that, I wanted him to be a health nut.
I'm a health nut. Love to make my green smoothies in the morning. That's very important to me.
I want someone who seeks truth, who wants to know God, who wants to have a relationship with God, and who really, truly desires to learn and know more.
I got a strong relationship with God, and that's important in my life.
And then on top of that, I wanted him to have a puppy.
I actually found a dog on the ranch that I just, she was about 12 weeks old, and I couldn't let her sit there on the ranch, so.
And Vanessa's like, well, I think she got the point. So we actually prayed over my list. So my best friend in the entire world, Taylor Thompson, came into town. So I was like, oh, Taylor, here's my latest. I have this list. And Taylor's like, you know, I kind of, believe it or not, she's like, I kind of know someone who fits your list. You're crazy. And I was like, but who? Really? Like who?
Our first date actually was my sister called me and says, hey, here's a phone number, call her. It's a girl that you've met before. And so when I found out it was Marcie, yes, I called her immediately. And yeah, we went to the BC football barbecue.
And that's the first time I met DT. And he was such a gentleman. He was so cute.
My sister Haley was trying to get her to sit next to her. And
no, you're sitting right here. And he points right next to him, and I was like, oh, how cute.
Actually, 1 year after that, we went back there last year, and they made a big announcement how, you know, you can always find love at the BC barbecue.
Hagen's a black lab. He's 110 pounds. I call him Monster. And then Marley, she's our white lab, and we named her before the movie Marley and Me came out. And then Roxy is our baby. When Roxy first came into our family, she was so little and she was so sweet. She had such a sweet temperament. And she kept growing, and she kept growing, and she kept growing. And I would bet now, how big do you think Roxy is?
She's about 41 pounds.
Roxy uses her paws to get our attention too. Anyways, it's funny. Like, we're obsessed with our dogs. It's retarded. My proposal was something that girls only dream about.
Marcie's not big on surprises. She's always see them coming, so my big thing was I gotta surprise her. So I decided to do it on a Tuesday. Marcie's sister was actually involved with the whole thing, so was my sister. So they helped me set everything up, and her sister called Marcie to make sure she was coming off of work at a certain time, so I knew to light the candles.
But my parents knew that he bought a ring, my sister knew that he bought a ring, and so one Tuesday afternoon, I am at work, and our baby girl Roxy, she had just gone to the vet, and so we asked my sister Leslie, who is a doctor, to come watch our dog for us. She calls me at 4:30, and she told me, she goes, Roxy's bleeding, and you need to come home now. And I'm like, fine, I'll leave early. I'm on my way, Leslie.
So when I get the phone call, I knew I had 5 minutes to light every candle. I had probably about 150 candles in my room. So it was with two lighters running around trying to light all the candles, and then sitting there sweating.
There was rose petals and long stem roses and candles and a trail of love letters, like wrapping through our kitchen, through our living room, and up the staircase. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, I missed our 1-year anniversary. And then I was just totally distracted by the little love letters, so I just tossed that right out of my mind, and I started reading these love letters.
I had little 3x5 cards, little stick figures, us going to dinner at Forgotti's, sitting down.
As I'm like walking up the stairs, it dawns on me, I'm like, yeah, our 1-year anniversary is next month. I was picking up all the long stem red roses as I was reading these letters, and the second to the last rose was, I think it's funny that you think we're only gonna have 2 kids. And it was a picture of him, 6 little stick figures, and a picture of me. And right then I knew, this man's proposing to me.
I had flowers and candles and everything.
He was in his blazer, and the only thing I heard was, Marcie England, will you marry me? And he gets down on one knee.
I told her, you know, how beautiful she was, how much she meant to me, and how much I loved her. And then I proposed to her.
I was just totally overwhelmed with, you know, the romance and the love and the just sheer shock, surprise. I had no idea, like none whatsoever.
I got her offered, you know, got her surprised, which was nice.
I had absolutely no clue that Tuesday, May 10th at 5 o'clock in the evening that I was gonna be, you know, that my life was gonna change forever. I mean, it was a breathtaking experience, and I'll never forget it.
Me coaching, I love being there for the kids. I love hanging out with them. I think it's awesome that she can step in that lifestyle and be there for me watching the game. So me being in that sideline, turning around and seeing Marcie up there in the stands after I scored a touchdown, you know, that's just, it's awesome that she could be there and, you know, share it with me.
And then he gets to be part of my pageant family because I do the same. I have several girls each competition season, and we get to mentor them, and a lot of them have kind of caught a hold of DT and has realized how awesome he is too, and so he's been able to support my girls like I've been able to support his boys. He taught me how to
take a hand off.
Take a hand off. And you're supposed
Not
to...
even close.
No?
No.
Well, you're not supposed to hold it like above it this way, right? Mm-hmm. You're supposed to hold it like next to your body and tight.
Yeah. You take the ball and then you tuck it.
And then you tuck it, that's
yes.
right.
Yes.
And so you take the ball and then you tuck it.
High and tight.
High and tight.
High and tight.
High and tight. So I always keep high and tight around our household.
Marcie's the one for me because she makes me open up my eyes. I'm always positive around her. She's positive around me. She puts a smile on my face.
I just think we're kindred spirits. I mean, yeah, I might have had a list that I checked, you know, that I checked twice, but at the end of the day, he really is everything that any girl would ever want. Like, he is my knight in shining armor. He is everything that I've ever wanted.
She's a wonderful family girl. I think she'll be a wonderful mother. It just feels right.
He was the one from the very beginning. It's such a perfect fit. I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed, and he is truly the one that I've been waiting for.